Namaste children. In this session, I will be solving exercise problems of polynomials. So let's begin with exercise 2.1. In this, we have the graphs given, and in this, just by looking at the graph, you are expected to find how many zeros this polynomial can have. First one, how many zeros can this have? Now this is the line plotted, and this is not even touching x-axis. As we have already discussed in our previous sessions, you should see at how many points the graph intersects x-axis, and that many zeros the polynomial will have. Now this line does not touch x-axis anywhere, so this polynomial has no zeros. No zeros. Okay? Yes. Now let's move on to the second one. In this, if you see, this curved line intersects x-axis at this point, right? How many points? It intersects at 1 point. So how many zeros does it have? 1 0. Because it intersects x-axis at 1 point, so it will have only 1 0. 1 0. Now let's move on to the third graph. In the third graph, if you notice, this curved line intersects x-axis at 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Right? So how many zeros will this have? This graph will have 3 zeros. 3 zeros. Now the fourth graph we will see. It intersects the x-axis at 2 points. So it has 2 zeros. How many zeros does it have? 2 zeros. Now let's see this fifth graph. You see, if you observe, this is the curve which is green color, and it intersects x-axis at 4 points. So it has 4 zeros. Now, the sixth graph, if you notice, it intersects at 1, 2, 3. 3 points. So as I had told you earlier, when it touches, just touches it like this, we consider it as 1 0. So it has 1, 2, 3. 3 zeros. 3 zeros. Yes, you understood now? This is exercise 2.1. Now let us start solving exercise 2.2. In this, we have to find zeros of the given polynomials, that's quadratic polynomials, and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So the first polynomial given to us is x square minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. So since it's a quadratic polynomial, we use factorization to find the zeros. So here the factors of minus 8, x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equals 0. So here you have x minus 4, then take x minus 4, whatever is there in this, and just see multiplying by what number you get 2x. So when you multiply 2 by x, you will get 2x. Right? So this is for your understanding. Now you take x minus 4 common, then in the brackets you are left with x plus 2 equals 0. So x minus 4 equals 0. x is equal to 4. X plus 2 equals 0. X is equal to minus 2. So the zeros are 4 and minus 2. Now let us see the relationship between, let us verify. First let us verify sum of the zeros. You should write here as sum of the zeros is equal to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. So I'll just rewrite this here. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. So what is our alpha? We'll call this alpha and let's call this beta. So this is 4 minus 2 equals, so minus, what is b? It is minus 2 by, what is a here for us? It is 1. So here it is 4 minus 2 is equal to 2, minus of minus plus 2. LHS is equal to RHS, right? Now let us verify the product of the zeros, which is alpha times beta equals constant by coefficient of x square. 4 times our beta is minus 2. What is the value of constant? It is minus 8. Coefficient of x square is 1. 4 times minus 2, minus 8 equals minus 8. LHS is equal to RHS, right? Okay. Another way of doing it is, as we have already discussed, we just have to take alpha plus beta is equal to 4 minus 2, which is 2. Which is nothing but, what is our, this one? Minus of minus 2 by 1. Minus of, what is this? Coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square minus b by a. Similarly, we do for product of the zeros also. Now let's move on to the next problem. Now let us begin with the second problem, which is 4s square minus 4s plus 1. So we have to multiply the coefficient of s square with this. So you get 4 times 1, 4. So we have to find factors of 4. We know very well the factors of 4 are 2 times 2 and 4 times 1. But either addition or subtraction of the two factors must give us the middle term. So now addition of these two gives us the middle term minus 4. But we need minus 4. So let us take the factors as minus 2 and minus 2. So it will be 4s square minus 2s minus 2s plus 1 equals 0. So let us take common between these two. First numbers we will take. It is 2. Now if you take the variables, it is yes, because both the numbers have got yes. So what are we left with now? 2 times 2 will give us 4. So it should be 2. And out of s square, 1s is already taken out. Minus and 2s is already taken out. So when you multiply 2s by 1, you will get 2s. So we write this as 1. So now just let us write whatever is there. 2s minus 1. Now multiplying by which number do we get? Minus 2s, it should be minus 1. So take 2s minus 1 and then here you have 2s, here you have minus 1, 0. So 2s minus 1 equals 0. 2s is equal to 1, s is equal to 1 by 2. Similarly, 2s minus 1 equals 0, 2s is equal to 1, s is equal to 1 by 2. Now for such cases only we get graph like this. This is just an additional information. We have seen graphs like this, right? A parabola like this. See here, right? So if this is 1, this is half, we get parabola like this. That means two values but points are coinciding. So we write the 0 as 1. So now let us verify the coefficients and the zeros. Let us take first sum of the zeros is equal to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. What is sum? Alpha plus beta minus b by a. What is alpha and beta? Both are same. Half plus half is equal to minus, what is our b? Minus 4. Minus 4. You should observe here. Okay, what is our a? Is 4. Why did I take two minus signs here? Negative sign, because this minus is of the formula. Do you understand? Okay. This minus which is here is of the formula, and this minus what we are writing here is from here, from the equation, right? Okay, so this is how we get. This is half plus half is nothing but 1, and here this is 4 by 4, 1. So LHS is equal to RHS. Similarly, let us now check the relationship between the product of the zeros, which is C by A. What are the products of the zeros now? Half times half equals C is 1. And what is A? It is 4, right? 1, 2 times 2, 4, which is 1 by 4. Verified. Yes, this is second problem. Now let's move on to third problem. Let's solve problem number 3 of first main exercise 2.2. The question here, or the polynomial given here is 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. You should observe carefully here. The variable is not arranged in a descending order. Can you see? It is not in the standard form of quadratic polynomial. So the first thing we have to say is check whether it is in standard form, that is in descending order of exponent of variable. So let's rearrange this. First 6x square, bring this minus 7x minus 3. Now your equation is ready for finding zeros. Right? So as we have discussed for the earlier problems, multiply 6 and 3, you will get 18 as product, and that too we need minus 18. Now what are the factors of 18? Now 6 and 3, then we can take 9 and 2, right? Now 6 and 3, either addition or subtraction does not give us minus 7, right? But here subtraction of 2 from 9 gives us minus 7. So we will take 9 and 2, but we ensure that we get minus 7. For us to get minus 7, we should take minus 9 plus 2. Yes? So when you multiply these two, you will get minus 18. when you do subtraction, you will get minus 7. So let's continue. 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 3 equals 0. So let's continue. Always remember to take this third term along with the sign. Let's take common factor. Common factor of these two will be 3 and we have x. So 3 2s are 6 minus. Now 3 3s are 9. X is already taken out. Then invariably write whatever you get here in this bracket. Now you check. Now when we multiply this 2x by plus 1, you will get plus 2x. Plus 1 times 2x gives us plus 2x. 0, right? So let's take 2x minus 3 and then you are left with 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1 equals 0. 2x minus 3 equals 0. 2x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3 by 2. Similarly, 3x plus 1 equals 0. 3x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1 by 3. Now let's verify relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Let's take first sum of the zeros, which is minus b by a. What is alpha? 3 by 2. Alpha is 3 by 2. Beta is minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3. This sign minus, it is already there in the formula. Now 3b is this, right? This is 7. A x square plus bx plus c. So b is minus 7. Minus 7 divided by, what is a here? 6. LCM is 6, right? So when you divide LCM by this denominator first, you will get 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9, right? When you divide the LCM by second denominator, which is 3, you will get 3 2s are 6. So 2 here, 2, right? Minus of minus plus 7 by 6. This is 7 by 6, 7 by 6. LHS is equal to RHS, right? Verify. Now let us verify product of the zeros. Product of the zeros is constant by coefficient of x square. What is alpha? As we have seen before, 3 by 2. What is beta? Minus 1 by 3. What is c in this rearranged equation? Minus 3. What is a? 6. So we have cancel. So here minus 1 by 2 equals minus 1 by 2. LHS is equal to RHS. Let us solve problem number 4. This is very simple. Now, when the third term is not there, it is understood that it is 0 and we can use a simple straight method to solve this. Take 4 common factor and u also common factor and you are left with u here plus out of this you have already taken 4 out. 4 2s are 8 and 1 u has already come out. This is equal to 0 because this is a polynomial, right? So we have u plus 2 equals 0. This 4u, when it is brought here, for those who find it little difficult to understand, this is actually brought here and it becomes 0. So, but every time you don't have to write that 0, u is equal to minus 2. So, we have only one 0 for this polynomial, which is minus 2, right? And the other is, if you do the same thing with u plus 4u, it becomes 0. So, other polynomial, the other 0 is 0. So, u is equal to minus 2, u is equal to 0. So, now let us check the relationship. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. What is alpha? Minus 2 plus 0. And what is b here? This is actually like this. So, b is what? 8. Minus is of the formula 8. What is a here? 4. Right? So, it is minus 2 equals minus 2. Then, we will also solve relationship using the product of the zeros is equal to c by a, which is constant by coefficient of x square. What is alpha? This is alpha, this is beta. So, what is alpha? Minus 2. What is beta? 0. And what is our c? 0. Divided by what is our a? 4. So, 0 plus 0, LHS is equal to RHS, which is verified. Now, let's move on to problem number 5. Problem number 5 can be solved in a very easy way. T square is equal to plus 15, just transpose. T is equal to plus or minus root 15. Yes, sir? So, the zeros are t is equal to plus root 15 and t is equal to minus root 15. So, now let's see what happens. So, here alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. So, this is actually, we have to rearrange. If we have to give it a standard form, we can rearrange it as t square plus 0t minus 15. So, we don't have t raised to 1. So, let's take it as t raised to 1 times 0. This actually becomes 0 and we are not changing value of the original equation. We can rewrite it like this because we don't have t raised to 1 in our original equation. So, if you take like this, it will be less confusing. So, that your b is equal to 0, right? So, now your a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0, c is equal to minus 15. Can you see? Okay, what is alpha, children? Plus root 15. What is beta? Minus root 15. What is b? It is minus 0 by what is a? 1. Plus root 15 minus root 15 cancel. This becomes 0. LHS is equal to RHS. Hence, we verified the relationship. Now, let us do with alpha times beta, which is c by a. This is plus root 15 times minus root 15 equals. What is our c? Minus 15 by 1. Plus time, plus into minus, minus. Root 15 times root 15 is nothing but 15. This is again minus 15. LHS is equal to RHS. Let's solve the sixth problem of first main. It is 3x square minus x minus 4. Right? So, we have 3 times minus 4, which is minus 12, and the factors, let us take 4 and 3. So, by subtracting 3 from 4, we get 1. Right? This is 1x. We need to get 1 here. Right? 4, 3, but we need to get minus 1. So, let's take the minus here and plus here. So, now let's split the middle term. 3x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 4 equals 0. Next, grouping along with the sign. So let's take common factor. It's only x here. So you are left with 3x minus 4 plus. It immediately you write here 3x minus 4. When you multiply 3x by 1, you will get plus 3x equals 0. So you have 3x minus 4 and you are left with x and plus 1. X plus 1 equals 0. 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to 4. X is equal to 4 by 3. This is alpha. X plus 1 equals 0. X is equal to minus 1. We will call this beta. Now let us take alpha plus beta, which is minus b by a. What is alpha? 4 by 3. What is beta? Minus 1, which is, what is b for us? Minus 1. Right? Minus of, this minus is the formula, and again we have to take minus because it is with coefficient of b. Minus 1. What is a? 3. 3. 4 minus 3. 1 by 3. 1 by 3 equals 1 by 3. LHS is equal to RHS. Now let's verify product of the zeros, which is C by A. What is alpha? 4 by 3. What is beta? Minus 1. What is C here? Minus 4. Can you see? Minus 4. Minus 4. What is A? 3. Minus 4 by 3. Minus 4 by 3. LHS is equal to RHS. Yes. Hence, we finished the 6th problem of first main. Let's solve second main of exercise 2.2. In this main, you are supposed to find the quadratic polynomial whose sum and the product are given. Okay. So, I will give you a trick to solve this problem. See here, when you observe the heading of the problem, so when you are asked to find quadratic polynomial, for both these, there are two kinds of questions that you will normally face. One is the case where alpha and beta will be given, which means zeros will be given. There's another case where alpha plus beta and alpha times beta are given. Means here zeros are given, here sum of the zeros and product of the zeros are given. For both these cases, we use this only. Okay. X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. For both these, we use this form of quadratic polynomial. So, our second main of 2.2 is of this case, right? So, for example, if you are given values like 1 by 4 and minus 2, what you have to do is immediately on these values you should write alpha plus beta and alpha times beta, right? And just substitute the values in this expression. X square minus, what is alpha plus beta? It is 1 by 4x plus. What is alpha beta? Minus 2. See, in place of alpha beta I have written minus 2. In place of alpha plus beta I have written 1 by 4. Right? So, this is the approach to solve this kind of problem. So, now let us start solving our 2.2 second main quickly. Now the first pair of values given are, we have 1 by 4 and minus 1. And as I told you, what is given here? Sum and the product of the zeros. Okay. So on top of the values, you just write, this is alpha plus beta and this is alpha times beta. So now let us write this in our expression. What is the expression? X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Right? So this is our, we don't have to write this. X square minus, what is alpha plus beta? 1 by 4 x. What is alpha times beta? Minus 1. Remember to take this negative integer. Equals x square minus 1 by 4x plus into minus 1. Now to express this in the standard form, we have to eliminate this 4 from the denominator. To eliminate this, we multiply every term by 4. It takes this form. 4x square minus 4 times 1 by 4 minus 4 times 1. So gets cancelled. So we get minus 4x square minus, so this x here, x minus 4. This is our polynomial with these two values. Similarly, second one, root 2 and 1 by 3. What is this? As I told you before, this is alpha plus beta and this is alpha beta. So we have, I will start writing I will substitute the values directly in this. It is root 2x plus, what is alpha beta? Alpha beta is 1 by 3, right? X square minus root 2x plus 1 by 3. Now we have to eliminate this 3. So let us multiply every term by 3. Yes? This get cancelled. So we have 3x square minus, now 3 times root 3 is 3 times root 2 is 3 minus 3 root 2 x plus 1. This is our quadratic polynomial. Now let's go to the third one, which is 0 and minus 5. So what is this? Alpha plus beta. What is this? Alpha times beta. Then we have x square minus 0x plus root 5, which means x square plus root 5 is the polynomial that is required. Next, let's go to the fourth problem, which is 1, 1. Alpha plus beta, alpha, beta. X square minus, what is alpha plus beta? 1. What is alpha times beta? 1. So x square minus x plus 1. Okay, next. The fifth problem, we have minus 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. So x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. So this is our alpha plus beta, this is alpha beta. X square minus 1 by 4 x plus 1 by 4. So we have to multiply every term by 4 so that we get standard form. So we get 4x square minus x plus 1. This is the polynomial we get. Then in the sixth problem we have 4 and 1. This is our alpha plus beta. This is alpha beta. So we use the same expression In place of alpha plus beta, we write 4x plus 1. This is the sixth solution.